Do you have a favorite recliner to get comfy in? Today we're going to take a look at two awesome recliners from two great companies. So let's get comfortable and take a seat. This chair was created by Milo Bogman. This is truly a collector's piece. This chair you want to hold on to for a very long time because it's only going to increase its value. Let's point out some of the great features and benefits of this chair. So this chair is done in natural walnut, and I want you all to take a real nice look. This is beautiful artwork of the shape of this arm and the way that it bows up and then curves down. Some of the features on this chair are a very comfortable back that happens to be button tufted. The button tufting in this sort of semi-attached cushion gives some extra comfort. Who doesn't like to smush into a little bit of cushion when you're relaxing? The chair goes back nice and smooth. I call it a great ride. And from a reclined position, it'll take you even deeper back. This chair features beautiful double needle stitched, which sort of adds to the value of the chair, right? Because that's a little bit more work involved in it. What I love to point out when it comes to a Thayer Coggin recliner is that when the chair is in its closed position, it certainly isn't Grandpa's old recliner, is it? So before we move on to the next chair, let's talk about the pros and cons of the price point, right? So this chair in fabric starts at about $2,400. We're showing it today in leather, and that raises the price point up a bit. This chair in this particular leather is at about $4,400. So depending on how you look at it, it's a pro or a con, depending on your budget. One thing that may not work for you is the buttons. Buttons aren't for everyone. If you've got a busy household and kids, those might be a little bit too attractive as toys, right? You can also check out Thayer Coggin's other recliners in their lineup. They do have one that doesn't have the button tufting, and that might work for you a little bit better. So let's turn our attention to another chair that's similar. This chair is from our Cambridge collection. The chair name of it is called the Windsor. The Windsor chair is kind of same, but I'm going to point out to you some of the differences, and we'll talk about the pros and the cons. From a price point standpoint, the Windsor chair does start off at a lower price point. In fabric, in fact, it'll range from about $1,300 and upward. As shown today in the leather, this chair prices out at $1,569. So certainly a lower price point than our Thayer Coggin Viceroy friend. The arms are similar, but they're not really the same. Overall, they have a similar look, but here you have a squared off edge, and the scoop on this actually is in a downward motion rather than our Thayer Coggin chair. The wood is also ash. In ash, there are 5 different color selections that you can choose for this Cambridge collection chair. Also want to point out that this chair is done in what we call a single needle stitching, okay, rather than the double needle stitching, which is a little bit more work. Leather yields up a little bit different than fabric. So in this case, this chair has a seam over here. It could be considered fashion in a detail. Sometimes that's done to help reduce the amount of leather. So that's helping us in our price point in the Cambridge collection leather version of the Windsor chair. So the seat on this and the back is certainly a little bit firmer than our Thayer Coggin Viceroy, mainly because the Viceroy has a semi-attached back, and this is a tight back. And it reclines all the way back, very similar to the Viceroy, and has a nice sit overall. So the choice is yours. Thank you for watching this video about the Viceroy recliner and the Windsor recliner. If you're interested in learning about recliners that are good for back pain, take a look at our next video.